What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I want to talk about when we are going to see Thrawn and Ezra Bridger in live action. That's right, could we see someone like Thrawn or even Ezra in The Mandalorian Season 3 or in the Ahsoka series? That's what we're going to break down today. But before we get to that, if you love Star Wars and speculation, then hit that subscribe button and come back again soon for more. So when it comes to determining when we're going to finally see Thrawn and Ezra Bridger in live action, I think it's very important to look at the overall roadmap, or at least the rumors around that roadmap for the Mandoverse. That is the group of shows that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are creating that take place about 5 to 7 years after Return of the Jedi. And from what we know, The Mandalorian is supposed to have 5 seasons, and then a lot of these characters from these shows are going to be brought together in some climactic event or a movie that we get to see on Disney+. I suppose Dave and Jon could also decide to make that a series in itself instead of a movie, but either way the question stands, when are we going to see Thrawn and Ezra? Well, certainly when it comes to Thrawn, it seems like he is going to be in charge of the Imperial Remnant. That just makes a lot of sense. And so that Moff Gideon and maybe some others are actually working for Thrawn. And if we think about it, Moff Gideon wasn't actually introduced until the end of Season 1. In Season 2, he was finally defeated by Din Djarin. So I think there's a strong possibility that we are going to get the introduction of Thrawn at the end of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. I think there's a really good chance that Moff Gideon does return as an antagonist in Season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I think ultimately he's going to be defeated and actually killed this time, and then the character Thrawn is going to be introduced to replace him, and then Thrawn will become the ultimate villain for Seasons 4 and 5 of The Mandalorian, and of course that will tie in perfect with the Ahsoka series, as Thrawn is already set up as the main antagonist in that series. But that said, what about Ezra Bridger? When are we going to see live action Ezra for the first time? And well, looking back again at that roadmap, we know The Mandalorian is going to span 5 years. There's a good chance that the Ahsoka series is going to be a multi-season series as well. So it would make a lot of sense that Ezra Bridger is one of our heroes that we see at that great finale, if it's a movie or series or whatever. But unlike Thrawn, I don't think we'll see him in Season 3 of The Mandalorian, and I only think we're going to get hints of Ezra Bridger in the Ahsoka series Season 1. I mean, I could see some sort of transmission from Ezra, or maybe some sort of hologram recording, so most likely we will get confirmation of who is playing Ezra Bridger in live action, but I don't think Ezra is going to become a main character of any of these series until, say, Season 3 of the Ahsoka series or Season 5 of The Mandalorian. And again, my biggest support for that is the fact that it only makes sense that the Ahsoka series is going to be a minimum of 3 seasons, and as far as we know, that series is mostly going to be about Sabine and Ahsoka tracking down Ezra, so it just makes sense that Sabine and Ahsoka aren't going to actually find Ezra until later in that series. But hey, Star Wars fans, that's my crazy speculation for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. When will we first see Thrawn or Ezra in live action? And as always, I'm Mike, and remember, the Force will be with you always.